Welcome to the most ambitious project in MX Bikes history, JV MX Park. A first-of-its-kind facility bringing together pro riders, real teams, and iconic brands all in one compound. This isn't just another track, it's months of hard work between JV and I built around one singular goal: to create the most influential and iconic facility ever in MX Bikes. For me personally, this all started back in December of 2023. Here, I got the first take of track building during the 2024 Supercross preseason event that I collaborated with Stone Rider on. That project showed me that custom tracks were the key to blurring the lines between real-life motocross and the game MX Bikes. By February 2024, we had launched RD Tracks, where I worked alongside some of my favorite track creators to release high-quality, fun tracks for the MX Bikes community. Over the next 8 months, we would build a reputation for delivering some of the best tracks in the game. We even had a track land in the top 10 most popular tracks all time on the MX Bike shop. In September of 2024, I took a shot and reached out to 3 of my favorite motocross riders, asking to use their logos on our latest project, the RD Alive compound. To my surprise, all 3 not only agreed to supply logos and be a part of the project, but they also collaborated on an Instagram post that shoved our work in front of the entire motocross industry. My DMs were exploding with people reaching out wanting their own tracks in MX Bikes. You see, my plan on blurring the lines between real life and MX Bikes was working, but I wanted more. I wanted collaborations with more pro riders, teams, and media outlets. These partnerships weren't just about putting logos on a track. They were about bridging the gap between the virtual and real motocross worlds, giving the game more authenticity and making the community feel like they were part of something bigger. After all, the more eyes we have on the game, the more opportunity there is for everyone involved. In October of 2024, we locked in a collaboration with the professional team ISRT, our first official team partnership. We followed that up with a project with Motocross Museum in February of 2025. My plan was in full swing and RD Tracks was quickly becoming the go-to source for tracks within MX Bikes. Around this time, I got a call from JV with an invitation to join his passion project, JV MX Park. This wasn't just another compound. It was set to be the largest, most detailed, and collaborative project ever seen in MX Bikes, bringing the entire community together in one single place. JV is an absolute powerhouse of a track creator, and I knew between the two of us, we could deliver something truly groundbreaking. And boys, that's exactly what we did. This facility truly has something for everyone, from Supercross to motocross and even Enduro. There's a track here for every style of player. Let's kick things off with the North Supercross track, a fantasy-style Supercross layout packed with unique obstacles and a creative design. We partnered with the Pack EMH crew featuring Justin Bogle, Colt Nichols, and Pierce Brown to create a track that breaks away from the typical Supercross blueprint. If you're looking for a flowy, fun experience versus the strict one-to-one realism of a typical Supercross track, this track is exactly what you're after. And speaking of flowy, welcome the Sand Pit, presented by VurbMoto. Now, VurbMoto is a legendary media outlet and a staple in the motocross community, so it only made sense for us to give them a track just as iconic. The Sand Pit is a sand track that will scratch that rough, deep sand track itch you have in MX Bikes. JV is simply the king of sand track flow, and this track delivers in every way possible. I mean, just look how beautiful this thing is. I don't know if it's just this sand texture against the dark trees, but there is something just special about the way that this track looks. It's honestly insane that this is somehow still MX Bikes. That's one thing you're gonna notice throughout this entire facility, is simply just how gorgeous it is. Whether it's the picturesque lakeside views, hyper-realistic pit areas, or a deep forest, in all of that, you're actually going to find an entire enduro trail weaved throughout this entire map. Now, this is not just a trail cut in to fill space. This is a meticulously designed and handcrafted enduro experience that has timing gates and is fully race ready. Alongside the enduro trail, there's actually an enduro cross track that blends in perfectly to the environment. I've never seen this before. The rocks feel natural, Obstacles challenge you, but they don't break the immersion. It's easily one of the most detailed and fun endurocross tracks I've ever played in MX bikes. If you're looking for something a little bit more traditional, head over to the South Supercross track. This one features two of the most iconic KTM factory riders, my friends Aaron Plessinger and Julian Beaumer. The layout is pretty straightforward, but it offers something for everyone. There's tons of viable line options for the average player, but there's also these huge lines that are only going to be achievable by the best of the best. I mean, take this one section right here, for instance. You're able to double in and then quad, or you can send it over the double onto the tabletop and triple in, or you can do the absolute crazy thing and quad over this tabletop, which I have only been able to do like 2 times. I can tell you firsthand that this track is going to have you spinning lap after lap, pushing yourself to the absolute limit. But what you'll find is there really is no limit to what you can do, and that is exactly what I found out when we collaborated with arguably the most dominant professional team in Supercross right now, Star Racing. Guys, never in my life did I think we would be in the position where this would even be possible, but I guess here we are, boys. A huge shout out to my friend Cole Davies for helping get me sorted with the team and helping just bring this thing to life. This is just insane. We paired Star on the main outdoor track. This outdoor track is difficult enough for you to be challenged, but offers a flow rarely achieved in MX bikes. Perfectly shaped ruts, perfectly formed jumps, and just the right amount of challenge has offered one of the most enjoyable motocross experiences I have ever had within this game. I cannot tell you how many laps I have done on this track throughout testing, and just honestly how much time I've wasted playing this track. It is absolutely perfection. On top of how well this track actually rides, it is a filmer's dream. You can get sick shots from so many different angles on this track, and this goes for the entire facility, but there's just something specific about this outdoor track that just, man, it's good looking. The amount of edits and pictures and just MX Bikes content that is going to come from this facility and this track is simply insane. This project is proof that with the correct mindset and focus, you can do things you never thought were possible. The MX Bikes community is making serious waves right now. People are noticing, and every time we do something like this, it only propels us closer to the next opportunity. I want to thank every single one of you that has purchased an RD track in the past or that has supported this channel in any way, whether it's a like, a view, or a comment. You guys are the reason this is all possible. Without you guys, I simply just don't exist, and I am just so grateful for you. What's really exciting is how this is all teeing up motocross the game to be the absolute future of motocross simulators. And with that, thank you guys, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.